Hey loves, we are going to make the cutest tic-tac-toe, okay? I got this board off of Goodwill a while back, and what I'm gonna do next is just measure. I already did it here, but I'm showing you how I did it. And then I divided by 3 and, just make sure that everything is even. I am going to use old fabric. I've had this for like 5 years. And I measure by eye kind of, and you're gonna see how we're gonna put all of these little pouches together. This was a lot of fun. This is super easy, okay? And this is great for even like graduation gifting, especially for those kids that are going off to college. They can totally take this with them in their dorm rooms if they're going over there. Or just to have around and play with. I think it's super cute. Nico and I played with it, and Pancho, our dog, has already ruined one of the pouches, so yeah. This video is very self-explanatory. Obviously you want to like the pouches to look differently, so these are the 2 fabrics I am using. You can definitely put an X and an O. I did not, and I had to Google it, but I guess like the X or the O, one of them has 5 pieces, and then the other one only has like 4 or something like that. I did 5 of each just because that's how my brain works. But I guess Pancho said, no, listen, Francesca, that's not how it's done. You only need 5 of one of them, so I'm just gonna ruin one for you. I was like, all right, dude, I caught him too late, so I couldn't really do much about it. Okay, moving on. You saw what I did here. I'm only doing this voiceover because why not? Because if we were in front of each other and this was an actual workshop, we would be chatting, okay? Like, there's no room for silence unless that's your vibe. I get it. Some people are shy, but I want to chit chat because no, that's all I want to do. Anyway, you obviously want to do what I did here, unless you want the whole thing to look the same and then only do the lines to separate each square thingy, then that's fine. But I thought this was super cute. I did green and then blue, and honestly, I wish I had done like a cream maybe, but either way it looks cute at the end. You could use a spatula, you could use a brush, use whatever your heart desires. I am on a smearing type of vibe lately, so I'm using the spatula, and I like the texture of it. So you know what you could also do if you like texture? You could put like baking soda. So yeah, like baking soda or like sea spray or any of that like texturizing stuff. You could totally add it onto acrylics. You could use any paint that you like, but for this I'm just using what I have. Yeah, I let this dry overnight. You don't have to because it's acrylic. Like, you could just give it a good 1 or 2 hours, but I laid it on pretty thick here. So yeah, now I'm gonna go in with a fine brush, and I'm gonna go over it. I think this is Titan by Golden, but any white or any color that you would like, you could totally do this design. I thought about doing like flowers in the middle, but I was like, no, that's gonna take too long, and then what's the point? I'm just gonna cover it up with the little pouches, so I decided not to. Listen guys, I want to say thank you so much from my bohemian decoupage hat video. I've had so much fun reading your comments. I am so thankful for every order that I got from that video. I am extremely surprised, pleased, and very grateful. You have no idea. I love what I do. Here, coffee. See, if we were together, that's exactly it. While it's drying, we're gonna take a little coffee break, or tea, whatever your jam is. But yeah, I just want to say thank you, honestly. Okay, now on to the pouches. So they look very small, but obviously it's a small surface. So I took hot glue. Just be careful, don't burn yourself. And you're gonna see what I'm gonna stuff it with. I used to macrame like hardcore, right? That's how I opened my Etsy shop, with macrame stuff. And I couldn't bear to throw away any scraps. Like, give me a break. You know, I would cut the trims off and I would keep the damn trims. It's ridiculous. So anyways, I have a whole bag full of trims and full of just like what's it called, cord that, you know, just I cut and I didn't use, and I can't really use on another macrame because it's too short or whatever. So anyways, I have a whole bag of that, and that's exactly what I use to stuff this. You could use whatever. You could use more fabric. You can use oh my god, algodón, cotton balls, scraps if you have it, plastic if you have it. Use whatever you have on hand. You don't need much. I thought I was gonna like really stuff them in, but I didn't, and this works great. So obviously, again, this is self-explanatory. You just stuff it until you think it's good, and then just hot glue the inside again, and then that's it. Call it a day. And of course, I'm gonna zhuzh it up here. You're gonna see how. But I don't need to tell you what I did. You could just see it. Listen, I am not a professional YouTuber, okay? I do this for fun and because I like it, and because even though I don't know you, I love you, all right? And because if we were doing this together, whether I'm the instructor or not, I would be having so much fun next to you. Like, you have no idea. So, tell me in the comments, do you go to like craft classes, lessons, workshops, painting workshops, stuff like that in your area? And where are you from? Tell me, because I think I'm in the wrong state or something. I don't know. I do miss the shop, Pick and Boots shop. I'm not gonna lie. I was the instructor, but honestly, I just really loved hanging out with everybody that showed up. It was my favorite part. But and I always did the stuff too. I was once asked, they're like, do you always do what they are doing? I'm like, yeah. How are they supposed to know how to do it? But then I thought about it. I was like, maybe I'm not supposed to be doing, maybe I'm just supposed to be instructing them, but I can't. I'm very hands-on. So anyway, yeah, trim the trims, and whatever you don't like, trim it off. Just make sure, you know, the hot glue is still there. And again, don't burn yourself. Be careful. These hot glues, like when the glue is hot, it burns, man. So anyways, yeah, tell me where you're from. Tell me if you go to these workshops, and if you do, what's your favorite thing about it? And what kind of workshops? Like, is it only painting? Is it arts and craft? Is it a little bit of everything? I'm curious, because yeah, I miss it. Anyways. Look how cute that is. I can't get over it. I will say though, for me, it wasn't tedious, but you know, Nico saying hello. Just, it was repetitive. And after a while, I'm just like, let's get over it. Anyways, Nico is really good at tic-tac-toe. It's ridiculous. He is 6. He's going to be 7 this year, but he's really good and he has these little tricks that I'm sure he learned off of YouTube, but man, he beats me every time. And if there is any time that I win, it's like a miracle, and it's like because he's distracted or something, because it's crazy. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you do something like this, let me know. And yeah, let's chit chat in the comments and all that jazz. And if you'd like, subscribe, give this video a like, and man, I really love you guys. I do. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.